Now, in other news, campaigners who were spied on by undercover Met police officers say there is still much more they want to know about what information was held on them and who was behind it. The latest stage of the long-running inquiry is now underway, examining the tactics used, which include deceiving women into sexual relationships. Our Home Affairs correspondent Sonia Jessup is here. Sonia, first, just give us a recap of what has happened so far.
Well, this inquiry is huge. It was set up in 2015. It's cost more than £60 million so far. And it's looking at very serious allegations of systematic abuses in 2 undercover policing units, including the Met's Special Demonstrations Squad. That unit was tasked with infiltrating a range of groups, mostly left-wing political groups and other organisations. And last summer, a report for the inquiry found that the use of tactics from the 60s onwards was not justified and that the squad should have been disbanded early on. Now, those tactics included things like using the names of dead children as cover identities for officers and deceiving women into sexual relationships. And it found many of the groups that were infiltrated were not a risk. Now, this second part of the inquiry is getting underway. It's going to look at the period between 1983 to 92. And this morning, there was a protest outside by campaigners who have been spied on, and they raised a number of concerns and questions going forward.
We've only got this because we have fought and campaigned for it. For many years, we were hit with a wall of silence, and there's still a lot of secrecy. We want our files, we want the cover names, we want to know what the police are up to now, what undercover units currently exist, are we still being spied on, and we want heads to roll for what has taken place.
So, Sonia, what is the Met saying?
Well, the Met says that undercover policing has undergone radical reform over the years. It says it's committed to being as transparent as possible. Now, last week, an apology was read out on behalf of the Met to the inquiry, which included saying it was particularly indefensible that many of the anti-racism groups that were infiltrated were set up to monitor the way the Met was policing Black and Asian communities. It also apologised to the women affected, and also it said for the wider culture of sexism and misogyny which allowed it to happen. Now, there's a lot more evidence still to be heard. The inquiry is expected to continue over the next couple of years.
OK, with the latest there, Sonia, many thanks indeed.